when it comes to the GOAT talk in comedians, not even black or white, when they say the GOAT, it's always Pryor or Murphy, who you have as the all-time GOAT.
You talking about Pryor or Murphy?
Yeah.
No, who's your GOAT, first of all?
But I'm saying, out of those two, who would you pick? And if one of them is your GOAT, that makes sense.
I mean, I don't like Pryor's end, and I don't like his path. I mean, who am I to judge? You know, I talked to my father or whatever, and we didn't come. They came up in a different time than us. I like that Eddie's still here. I think that he rewards us with his existence.
Yeah.
I watched all the Pryor specials. I wasn't from that school. I didn't come from that place. I think Pryor has so many talents, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, Eddie's my GOAT.
So Chappelle's my GOAT, and the reason why I don't be putting Pryor in them is because his last special was 87, Eddie.
Okay.
I was born in 84.
Okay.
So I didn't, it's like, if you ask who your favorite rapper, you might say Jay, someone, whatever. You ask a nigga now, he's like NBA Youngboy. You thinking like, oh, fuck is wrong with you? Because we grew up, it's more sentimental, like we have a story behind those rappers back then.
But I want to make sure, just like Kobe and LeBron, I want to remove myself, you talk about Biggie and Tupac, I want to move myself sentimentally.
Yeah.
I knew.
Just look at
I knew the place I was in when I first heard them.
Yeah.
And I know the Ready to Die just connected with my heart in a way, you know what I'm saying? And the Death Around the Corner, it's just where I was at. But I still want to be able to look at it statistically.
Objectively, yeah.
And look at like, okay, the verses, the flow, where they was at, the beats, the who was at the height of, just like with Nipsey with Victory Lap.
Yeah.
He was just at the height of what he was doing.
It was like David Arnold. He was just starting to, and then
Nigga.
they just got, you know what I mean? I just say Chappelle because I can't remove the personal connection to me growing up and seeing this dude. I didn't watch them growing up.
I grew up watching Dave, but to
David
me,
Arnold or
Eddie,
Dave Chappelle?
no, Dave
Dave
Chappelle.
Chappelle.
But to me, Eddie is like, I don't use him on lists because I don't think the niggas I would list would even say, oh, no, I'm not fucking with Eddie. If I even tried to list him, they'd be like, no.
I just don't like that he didn't keep going.
Chappelle never carried movies the same way Eddie and Richard did.
Oh, so I'm just talking about just stand up. The only say I don't like, and it's maybe selfish, I want to see this nigga perform. The fact that
Chappelle?
Eddie. The fact that he just stopped and became a mega movie star, it's like, no, nigga, get back to this. Like, Kev does both.
Have you ever been around Eddie?
I have never met him, and I want to.
So when I was around him, some people have gifts, man. I've been around people.
That nigga's naturally funny.
No, it's not even naturally funny. Some people, when you're around people, Rihanna, Beyonce, Jay-Z, you're around these people. There's an aura that's like they just have gifts.
Michael Jordan
that's beyond this. They just radiate an energy.
They said that's how Will Smith is. They said he walk in a room and motherfuckers just be like,
it's so when you in their presence, you hypnotize by that gift. I think Eddie knows his gift and he knows the reach of his ability, and he's really doing it as a service to us, to allow us to
to not string us out.
Because he could, man. He could easily do it, and we would, just like Jamie Foxx's last little eulogy he did, it was like
eulogy?
I think called it a eulogy.
Nigga, I didn't watch it. It was a great performance piece, but it was like watching John Leguizamo or Eddie Izzard. It was a performance piece. It wasn't stand-up.
Yeah, they said it was like a one-man show.
It was.
Yeah. It wasn't a lot of bits. It was just him being Jamie.
If you came out publicly against it, then you look, everything you say the truth is hate now. You come out publicly and go, this not stand-up.
That was that. I think he knows that wasn't stand-up. That's a performance.
I gotta go. This is a one-man show. This is something else. So yeah, that's what that was. That's why I think Eddie doesn't want to do that to us. And he could.
I just want to see this nigga live.
I
just want to be in a laugh factory one day.
If Eddie dropped 100 dates right now on Instagram,
forget about it.
Levity or whoever, Live Nation, it would be sold out.
Sold out.
In the first
he
day.
ain't wrote a joke. You know what I'm saying? Because we just want to hear what he got.
So let me ask you this before we end it. Do you think if he came back right now, there's any possibility where niggas is like, we waited for this? And he bombs.
And that's what it be. Just like Coming to America 2. Like, Eddie basically passed a choice to that the actor he put into it. And do you know who it is?
I forgot his name.
We don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Oh, the nigga that
we don't
he's
care
from,
no more.
Because Eddie is Eddie. That's
we
why.
don't care no more.
Light skin.
No, it's a dark skin.
Like brown paper bag color nigga.
Who you like?